I don't want this!
Please, my son.
Take your things and leave. The groom brushed the old woman's hand aside. The small velvet box slipped from her fingers and struck the marble floor. Guests turned. A few whispers floated through the grand hotel lobby. She bent down slowly, her frail hands trembling as she picked it up. "Evan," she said softly, "I only wanted to place the ring in your hand myself. I wanted to see you get married." "Didn't I tell you not to come?" he snapped. "Look at you, standing outside this hotel like a beggar." A nervous laugh came from somewhere in the crowd. Her name was Maria Lopez, 73 years old. She had spent her life working in laundries and kitchens, saving every coin for her son's education. She had never bought herself a beautiful dress, not once. Evan's voice hardened. "I'm a vice president of a publicly listed company now. My wife comes from a respected family. You standing here only reminds people where I came from." He signaled towards security. "If she doesn't leave, escort her out." "Evan, how can you speak to your mother like that?" his fiancée, Aileen, whispered in shock. "No one says that word today," he cut in sharply. "From the day I put on this suit, I stopped being the poor kid's son." Maria tightened her grip on the gift box. Her lips quivered, but her voice remained calm. "Then pretend I was never here." She turned and walked away, her worn shoes echoing softly against the polished floor. The wedding continued. Music swelled, glasses clinked, smiles returned. Then suddenly, Aileen's face drained of color. She clutched her chest and collapsed. Chaos erupted. Evan carried her to the car and rushed to the emergency room. Hours later, a doctor stood before him, calm but direct. "Acute liver failure triggered by extreme emotional stress. There's only one way to save her. Within 24 hours, we must find a very rare matching donor." "I have money," Evan shouted, eyes red. "The best specialists, the best hospital, whatever it costs." "Money can't buy a matching liver," the doctor replied quietly. For the first time in years, Evan fell to his knees. "God, please, not her. Take anything else. I'll give anything." At the end of the corridor, an elderly woman in a worn coat gently touched the doctor's sleeve. "Doctor," she said softly, "I have the same blood type." The doctor looked at her carefully. "And you are?" "I'm her future mother-in-law," Maria answered. Then she added, almost in a whisper, "We've already been tested before. We match." The doctor frowned. "At your age, full anesthesia and liver donation is extremely risky." "I know," Maria nodded, "but their life is just beginning." She hesitated, then pleaded, "One more thing. Don't tell my son it was me. He worked hard to escape poverty. Don't let him live with guilt. Let him keep his pride." The doctor took a long breath. "I understand." The surgery lasted through the night. When dawn arrived, the doctor stepped into the waiting area. The surgery was successful. Evan collapsed into a chair, crying with relief. Days later, Aileen woke up. Seeing Evan beside her, she burst into tears. "The doctor said an anonymous donor saved me," she whispered. At that moment, the surgeon entered the room and placed a familiar gift box on the bedside table. "She asked me to give this to you before entering the operating room." Aileen opened it with shaking hands. Inside was a simple, polished ring and a neatly folded note. "Evan, I'm sorry I embarrassed you again. I know I don't belong in your world anymore, but my liver was still healthy. If it can buy you and her a future, then it was worth it. Promise me something. Don't treat her the way you treated me. I won't enter the wedding hall. I'll raise a glass for you from heaven. Love, Mom." Aileen's hands trembled as she finished reading. She looked at Evan, her voice unsteady but firm. "So this is the woman you were ashamed of?" Evan could not speak. He ran to the morgue. Behind the glass lay Maria, still and peaceful, a white sheet drawn over her body. The same worn shoes were on her feet.
Evan fell to his knees. "Mom, shout at me, hit me, do anything, just don't leave like this." But only silence answered him. The smell of disinfectant filled the air. On the day Aileen was discharged, she stood slowly, holding on to the rail. "A part of your mother lives in me now," she said quietly. "I will live well, for her." Then her voice grew cold. "But I cannot forgive you for her, because she gave her life to a son who was too proud to say the word mom in public." Success is not measured by titles, wealth, or the hotel where you celebrate. Real success is being able to say with pride, "These are my parents." When tears fall on a gravestone, gratitude comes too late. If your parents are still alive, hold their hands while you can. No wedding, no status, no achievement is worth losing the courage to say one simple word: Mom.